welcome to the Poor Ramblin' Boys YouTube page, and welcome to our series called Story Behind the Song. I'm CJ Lewandowski, and we're here to talk about a song that's been getting a lot of attention from the Poor Ramblin' Boys, and we sure do appreciate y'all listening to it and supporting it as much as y'all have. And it's a great song. It's a beautiful song, and we were lucky to find it. Written by Nate Hamilton and Slaid Cleaves. It's a song called Hickory, Walnut Pine. And that song there was one of the first songs that Ken Irwin had sent to me initially when we started the Rounder Records project, Toil, Tears, and Trouble. It was pretty sporadic as to what we were going to do. We had no idea what we were going to record. We had some ideas, of course, but there was a lot of new material that came through Ken Irwin on that project, and Hickory, Walnut, and Pine was one of them. And I remember getting that song via email from Ken one day, and I was sitting in my living room, and I set the phone down on the coffee table and was just kind of messing around on the computer or whatever. And as soon as that chorus came through, they'll cut down the trees and name your new streets Hickory, Walnut, and Pine. I said, we have to do this. We have to do this. As a subject matter is very, very, very important, and especially to us. And we love songs that we can relate to. We love songs that we can sing with a good feeling to them. We have to live them. You know, you have to live those songs too in order for it to come out and touch the audience. And I think all of us have encountered that sometimes in our lives as progress rolls on, especially Josh right now. Shepherdsville, when I moved to Shepherdsville in 2010, Shepherdsville was very small. It's just south of Louisville, Kentucky, but the town has grown huge amounts in the 10 years since I had been there. But we see progress as times go by, and some of the farmers' fields that we used to help bale hay in are now a Walmart or a gas station. And I grew up in the Ozarks there, and south of St. Louis, of course, but I seen a bunch of timber fall down through the years as people were logging their properties, and it kind of took away the life of the property. And I'm not saying that logging is a terrible thing, not saying that at all. We need to use our resources, but I've seen a lot of family farms get tore up because of logging industry and stuff like that. And this is not a political stance by any means. It's just a life experience that happened to many people, and so many people can relate to it. And we appreciate y'all listening to those songs. We spend a lot of time digging for material, whether it be old material that hasn't come to the surface on vinyls and records, or whether it be a brand new song like this Slaid Cleaves song. It was hard to transpose into what we made it. But we all sat here, Jeremy, Josh, and I sat here one day at the house, and we arranged it as best as we could. It was quite a bit different. It was very slow. It was just a demo track of Slaid Cleaves with his guitar, and I believe he released it on an album that way, but it was quite a bit different. And I encourage you to listen to the Slaid Cleaves version, because you can see the progression of how we changed it to fit the Poor Ramblin' Boys persona. And we're proud of that song, very proud of that song. Thank you to Ken Irwin for bringing that to our attention. And thank you to IBMA and all the voting members of IBMA, because that song this year for 2020 was nominated for Song of the Year, Hickory, Walnut, and Pine by Slaid Cleaves and Nate Hamilton. So thank you all for that, and look forward to more stories behind the songs with you here. And all the band members will be participating, and we're so excited about this stuff. So subscribe to the YouTube page and keep track of all these songs. We've got some good stories coming up. So thank y'all, and have a great day.
Down the trees and they'll name your new streets Hickory, Walnut, and Pine. Call it progress or a shame, well, you can't stop a train, and you can't stop the passing of time.